Policemen and women who look after our railways, dealing with down and outs.
Can't dump down here. Come on up.
You go up to Argyle Square, you've got a nice park, does it?
Well, you can't stand. Come on.
Putting their lives on the line.
Oh, that was really cold.
Yeah, it's terrible. Oi!
Picking up the pieces.
First bit.
Yeah, just watch underfoot because it's on the platform as well.
And teaching English to foreigners.
You're 3 years old.
Rail cop PC Paul Rowe has been called from his King's Cross base to a major incident at Potter's Bar in Hertfordshire.
I dealt with Paddington and the Hatfield crash. It's something that you never like to see, and it's something that will always remain with you. The memory you see always stays with you, it never goes away. It's not a nice feeling at all, and you hope that you never have to see it again, but unfortunately these things happen and you do see it again.
7 people are dead. Over 30 have been injured. It's as bad an accident as Paul's ever seen. He could easily have been one of the victims.
I travelled through this line this morning, and you think nothing of it. You get on the train every day and you think nothing of it. And then when you come and see one upside down on its side, it certainly sets you back a bit.
Now the search is on for clues. Everything from wedding rings to human body parts are among the debris.
The worst thing is when you go home tonight and you get into bed, the last thing you see when you close your eyes will be that train. It's always the same. That's the way it can affect you. You'll just see it, and it's just an image you never get rid of.
Paul is deeply upset. A railwayman with a lifelong passion for trains. He was a train guard for British Rail before he joined the Rail Cops. He even drives steam engines when he's off duty.
It's upsetting to see an incident like this. It's to know that there's possibly been fatalities when those people just got on a train at King's Cross to go and do their bit of business or to go and see families, and they're not going to be there at the other end.
PC Paul Rowe is one of 2,000 rail cops who look after Britain's 20,000 miles of track and 3,000 stations. They're a specialist force who police 6 million passengers daily, dealing with every crime on the tracks and stations between Perth and Penzance, Cardiff and Clacton.
What can you say? What's doing me?
Overground and underground, the rail cops are the thinnest of thin blue lines on Britain's railways.
I'll finish your tune.
King's Cross is one of London's busiest stations, and today, PC Paul Rowe is back on the beat with long-term partner PC Claire Saunders. King's Cross is notorious for drug dealing, prostitution and thieves. The petty criminals here are regulars. They come because they know they can buy drugs and attract punters. Paul and Claire end up dealing with them so often that they know most of them by name.
Charmaine, isn't it?
Is it?
Yes.
Morning.
Hello.
Regent's Park. What's the way to walk?
Straight up the main road.
Can't lay down there.
Down and outs have to be moved on. But Paul's wary. Catching lice or even TB is an occupational hazard for the rail cops.
Platform 8.
What have you done to your arm?
Through to platforms 9, 10 and 11. Disabled bays there.
Nothing.
Right.
See you later. Thank you for calling.
I don't know what she's done. She's got her wrist in a bandage. I'm not quite sure what she's done to it. I asked her the other day.
It's an operation.
Oh, really?
I said, what you got in your hand?
Oh. No, I asked her the other day and she thought I was taking the mickey. So at the end of the day, unfortunately, it doesn't matter where you go in the world. The King's Cross has got an image of being full of drugs, full of prostitutes. You need to move them on. At the end of the day, rail track don't really want people sitting around making the place, not necessarily look untidy, but they're not travelling, they're not here for a particular purpose, so move them on.
In South Wales, Sergeant Mark Clelland is on a mission to catch kids playing on railways.
This is the sort of problem we get as well. We're within a few metres of the railway line. This is the sort of thing we're looking at. We're talking obstructions, bricks and concrete slabs, pieces of wood, corrugated iron and steel. And they just put them on the tracks to see what will happen when it's done.
Mark is an unlikely candidate for the rail cops. He was an astrophysicist, but was turned down by NASA. Now he's a universe away trying to stop vandals on the railways. Today, he's working with Special Constable Gareth Owen.
We've got a call to a dog on the tracks. The thing we're concerned about is there's attracted a gang of kids who have obviously seen this dog down there and are concerned for safety. So what we don't want is the kids going down on the tracks after it. So we're going to have a look, see if the dog's there. If it is, we'll go rescue it and get it clear of the lines, without hopefully the need for anyone else being down there. And this is the bridge now that we're at, which we're just pulling up to. So we'll go take a look and see if we can sort it out. And I wondered if they were smoking drugs. I was just watching the one kid see if he was going to start passing it around. But they've now got catapults. They're firing randomly at us, but I don't think they've got the power to reach us at the moment.
As a rail cop, Mark has the same powers of arrest as any other policeman. But this group of kids are bent on giving him trouble.
We'll just keep an eye on them and then go ruin their day, I think, which looks like it could be quite a good laugh.
Ashford International rail link. Ex-Army Sergeant PC Bob G keeps an eye on the latest Eurostar train to arrive from France.
I should be home on time. All right. Kiss, kiss.
His wife works in the station cafe,
See you later.
but today there's no time for coffee.
Perks to the job, that.
One of only 6 rail cops policing over 100 stations in Kent, he's been called to deal with a tricky problem.
Going to go out to Lenham now. We've last night the school train coming down from Lenham. Kids had one of the doors off the train. They were messing about with the doors. As it came into the station, went for a tunnel, just ripped the door off. So can be a little bit unruly, the school children. So we're going to go up there this afternoon, make sure that they get on the train and behave themselves.
What were you smoking? Well, you were, because they watched you smoking.
Mark's made a discovery. The children aren't just playing with catapults, but have also been lighting fires trackside. The boys are no older than 12.
Where are they at? Well, it's best show me the cigarettes then, isn't it? Right. You're too young to be smoking for a start.
I only took one.
Right. Well, you won't be smoking them.
So I don't want to smoke everything.
Right, grab your stuff. Got your fishing gear? Right, boys. Look at me. Starting fires is not a good thing to do, right? Especially a place like this where you could set everything off, and trying to set fire to the bush isn't a good idea either. It's something you could both be arrested for. All right? Understand?
Yeah.
Excellent. Smoking, you're too young for.
I won't do it again, I promise.
You sure?
Yeah, I guarantee.
And what about you? And how often have you been smoking then?
First time.
Yeah? So what was the first time then? It's funny how everyone I catch breaking the law, it's their first time.
I swear on my life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Off we go, boys. If you don't stay out of trouble, we'll be back. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
In all fairness, they were the ones that called the police about the dog on the line, and prior to our arrival, a mobile operations manager attended and removed the dog, so one less job for us to do.
So not only have we saved the dog's life, or the railway have saved the dog's life, but hopefully we've prevented them from gaining a life addicted to cigarettes. First time they've been caught smoking, and he says he's never ever going to do it again. He's learned the hard way, he's met the railway police.
Right, 3:20. School's kick out in 10 minutes. They got 5 minutes to get from the school down to the station and on the train, so it's like a big mad rush here. Just see if there's any station staff in.
In Kent, Bob's got his hands full. He's heard that schoolboy vandals have seriously damaged a train, and a young child is now in hospital after a fight.
So that's the problem with unmanned stations. You know, kids tend to run riot. If there's a member of staff here, they're normally well behaved because the staff can keep an eye on them, but because they're unmanned, again, it's another sort of money-saving idea from rail track. And that's where half our problems start, is where the stations are unmanned. Kids tend to run riot. And they just mess about on the station. There's a pair of kiddie shoes down there now. They just cause chaos on the train. And the poor old guard, there's one guard and about 100 school children. So it's not the first time we've been called to Lenham to escort this train back down. 9 times out of 10, when I turn up, they see me in uniform, they behave themselves. Probably get a few of them, be a bit lippy, a bit gobby, see what's going on. But that's kids nowadays, isn't it? We love them. I love kids. I couldn't eat a whole one, though. Here they come. You old enough to smoke?
Who, me? It wasn't me.
I just seen you blowing it out.
Coming on the train?
Yep, coming on the train with you. Yeah, come back, mate. Wait till the train stops.
Why?
Because I don't want you falling down between the track and the train, do I?
No, that would be nice.
Go on then, get on.
Bob will escort the local school children back home to make sure there's no more vandalism or fighting on the train.
Come on then, get on the train. Who's going? Put your fags out. Hurry up.
In London, Claire and Paul have been called to St Pancras Station. There's been a theft, and now the man accused is causing problems on the concourse.
Come and stand over here. Come and stand over here.
So he's nicked a bottle of Coke? Yeah? He's had a fight in the station, yeah?
Fight?
Hang on.
You come through and have a chat with us, yeah?
Not a fight at
all.
all.
You come through and have a chat with us.
They're trying to find out what has happened, but the man seems a little worse for wear.
Well, just walk that way and we'll talk to you.
Nothing wrong.
All right.
Fine.
Stand there.
Sorry.
I walked out of the shop. They grabbed me by the throat.
Will you just calm down?
I got a bottle of Coke. I just walked out of the shop.
Yes,
They grabbed me
you
by the
said.
throat.
Just calm down, all right?
Calm down.
I was drunk.
All right, yeah, I
Right,
can see
fine.
that. I can see
You've
that, all right?
told us. Well, there you go. Calm down. Where are you trying to get to? I'm sorry, but tears don't wash on me. Tell me where your home is.
Mr. Stevens, yeah?
Lovely.
Right, so
At
you're
least
the wrong
that's
railway
something.
station to start with, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
You
are.
can't get Stevens from St
I don't know.
Pancras.
I'm drunk.
Stick your hat up.
Stephen,
Leave the station.
Stephen, stand up for me.
Nothing wrong.
Come on. You have. You stole a bottle of Coke. Come on.
Yeah, I didn't mean it.
Up you get.
Stephen, stand
Up you
up.
get.
Bastard, you know what I mean?
Oi.
Stephen,
Sort him out.
Stephen,
We are
stand
going
up.
to go and speak to him, but we have to deal. Yes, we will. Come on, up you go. Come on.
I told you,
He's drunk. He knows he's done wrong. His wife or girlfriend or something's just split up with him, having just had an affair with his mate. He's just gone off the rails, basically. To be honest, arresting him's pointless, because it wouldn't go anywhere. He's no trace. He's never done anything wrong in his life before, so why ruin somebody's life for, well, basically having a bit of a hard time? It's not worth our time to arrest people that are just drunk unless they're actually being abusive to other people, because they're just a complete waste on resources. There's only 2 of us available now. He's not worth it.
Not for a bottle of Coke.
Well, exactly.
And I don't want hugging by him again either.
Smells lovely.
Yeah.
You sit down, mate. You sit down. Good lad. Do you want to come and sit down? Don't want you standing by the doors. Don't want you falling out. Come on, just in there somewhere. And you go sit down somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't you hanging around in the corridors. Sit down, mate. I got a problem you travelling first class, but just sit down, all right? Are you going to sit down or what? Hey? Sit on her lap. I don't want you standing up. I don't want you hanging out the doors either. Go and sit down. You can see they're all standing in the old alcoves here. They're all leaning against the door. These doors are not secure at the best of times. They don't lean against them. The door's not shut properly. Out they go. And as you can see, they can't sit down. They just want to run right around the trains. There are paying passengers on here. They don't want kids running around, screaming and shouting.
The King's Cross area is being redeveloped and made ready for the Eurostar. It doesn't deter Claire and Paul's regulars. Charmaine is back with a friend.
You don't really want them in there, do you? No. Well...
Hey, scoop them up with your JCB. Yes, JCB, big hole.
Anything on the end one. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Don't fall down the hole.
No, I'll try not to fall down the hole. I'll probably fill that hole.
I'll make it no comment.
Oh, look at the different layers of the earth.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
How
I know you're not
exciting.
interested, but...
James! James,
Charmaine,
come on, mate, time to get up. They need to dig the road up.
They're covering you in, and we don't want you to be trapped.
Hey?
They're putting barriers up because they're sealing the area off.
All right, follow
We
it
don't want you
round.
to be trapped in here. Don't leave
Can't
your
sleep in
10p
here,
behind.
James. James,
that way.
James. That way.
You all right?
Yeah, go ahead. That way.
What did you do to
Look,
your hand?
James. Go this way.
Which way do you want them to go? All right, come this way, mate. No, we don't want you to fall down the hole, do we, Charmaine?
I want completed. Could you contact this office, please?
Mind the post. All right. See you later.
With the school kids safely home, Bob heads out to check some more unmanned stations.
I'll just go have a chat with these lads over here, see what they're doing on station. All right, lads. What are you doing over here?
Waiting for the bus, right?
Bus?
That looked good on TV, didn't it?
Yeah, waiting for the bus. Where are you off to? Birchington. You been here long?
About 5 minutes, mate.
You have got tickets, haven't you? Yeah?
All right.
Where are they? Let's have a look. Not that I don't trust you or nothing. I'll tell you what, I'll come over, shall I?
Yeah, all right. How about we say for the visit and we go, mate, yeah?
Hey?
How about we say for the visit and we go?
Oh, so you're not really travelling, eh? But you got a ticket, though?
Yeah.
You ain't? Got any money?
No.
Nah. You're going to bunk your fare, were you?
I was.
Oh. Best you disappeared then, eh?
All right, mate.
All right.
Bless him.
Where you get use and unmanned stations, you normally get trouble. It's a major, major problem, especially in the holidays, school holidays. They get bored, they cause damage, you know, they drink, they smoke their dope. Get quite a few robberies where they beat each other up for the money and mobile phones. I would say 60% of the crime that we deal with, especially around this part of the country, involve juveniles. Trouble is, they've got no respect for anything these days, have they? No respect for themselves, authority, property, people, other people. But what can you do with them? It's the society we live in nowadays. I know what I'd like to do with a little. Bring back the cane, that's what I say. That's what they need.
We did come up here actually last week and tip a load of alcohol out. Oh! We haven't got alcohol, do we here?
Mark's been called to a regular haunt for underage drinkers, a rail track car park.
Who's in charge of this vehicle then? Papa 213, Delta Delta Foxtrot. Should come back as a blue Ford Escort.
Here we are on Saturday night, Ashford International railway station. This is the place to be. Forget Stringfellows, Leicester Square. This is the future of a Saturday night out.
And just ask the driver, you know, has he been drinking? Because a common problem is that they'll congregate here and the driver sometimes has, you know, been drinking, so... But he hasn't been drinking, and the vehicle checks out and it is registered to him, so I'm happy with that.
Mark's not sure Gareth's belt is right for the Welsh Valleys. They're supposed to be undercover.
It is a bit camp, the belt. You got to be honest. I mean, it's a bit posh spice. I know it's probably in for this season.
It wasn't what I was looking for. It wasn't the look I was going
we're
for.
like,
That.
we're out doing police work. This isn't a fashion parade.
Yeah, but we're supposed to be undercover.
I'm sorry, but that is not undercover for the Valleys, is it?
Well, not for the Valleys.
This is undercover for the Valleys.
Can't dump down here. Come on up.
In King's Cross, Charmaine hasn't gone far.
I'll point you in the direction.
If you go up to Argyle Square, you've got a nice park to sit.
Well, you can't stand... Come on. Here. Go up in Argyle Square in the park. All right, don't get stroppy. I'll leave you alone when you stop sleeping around here. All right, goodbye.
I was going to say, go careful.
That's the second time I've been contaminated now. Don't think she likes me.
You'll have to take all your clothes off and throw them all away.
I'm not taking my clothes off in front of you again.
0U's on the station at Ashford International.
We'll just come from there.
Yeah, we'll go up and have a look. We've just been to Ashford International and spoken to a gang of youths. They weren't doing anything. We'll return over.
Yeah, why did I obviously?
You know, I called back to Ashford International for a gang of youths again.
Yeah, but in all fairness, we didn't get rid of them, did we? We let them stay there.
Well, we were going to give them the benefit of the doubt and then go back later, which is what we're going to end up doing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
And... yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just for information, apparently this group gave one of the drivers a lot of verbal abuse. Do you think?
Yeah, any descriptions over?
Negative.
Yeah, all received. Ah, they've actually done something at last.
Rush hour at King's Cross, and Paul and Claire are keeping a watchful eye for pickpockets and bag thieves.
You can pick up train tickets from the St. Pancras train station.
St. Pancras?
Yeah.
If you go out of this exit here, go right round the corner where all the green hoarding is, you'll see a train station right in front of you. That is St. Pancras.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Fucking Yanks.
It's also a busy time for prostitutes, as Claire is well aware.
Oh God, there's that prostitute. What? On here in
what?
Yeah. There's prostitute. I've caught her with someone as well.
Joking?
No.
What, full sex?
No, she was sucking him off.
Oh.
I don't think he quite made it either, and he was a bit pissed off that we jumped on them before it happened.
Didn't get value for money?
No.
Someone's been abusing the staff on a train. Yeah? Right, so I suggest you all bugger off and go somewhere else.
That was wasted.
Try then, guys.
They can't believe we took that flag up.
I know, what a waste.
Gareth, this woman just walked across the tracks, eh?
Oh,
You go and have a chat with her?
that.
Go and have a chat with that lady?
No, that was wasted time.
Yeah, it's terrible, huh?
Oi!
Right.
Ilford,
2 hours before the end of their shift, Claire and Paul's day has taken a sudden turn for the worse. There's been an emergency at Ilford, an hour's drive away from King's Cross. A man has been hit by a train, known amongst rail cops as a one-under.
Oh, is it everywhere?
Oh, would you like some chewing gum?
No, not yet.
All right.
If I start picking
Yeah, all right,
picking
no
bits
worries.
up, I'll...
Could you just hold that for the time being, just while I... No, it's all right, don't worry. It's too much.
As police officers, their first job is to investigate whether this is a murder scene or a suicide. This one's clear-cut.
That's the first bit.
Yeah, just watch underfoot 'cause it's on the platform as well.
Apparently he's come down onto the platform and basically crouched down at the edge of the platform and just bowled forward as the trains come in.
It's all right, you're all right. Oh, no, really, you're all right. Yeah. All right, it's just the radio, it sounded a bit...
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, no, we were just in the room watching some videos and we heard it.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he was saying, but he said,
Yeah.
oh, Kate sounded a bit strange on the
the main
radio,
bolt?
and I thought, yeah, I suppose you probably
Standing there
would,
looking
but...
at the mess going,
Yeah, where's the
the
main?
main bolt is down there.
Right.
The FME, that's the FME going down now.
Yeah.
Right.
The main bulk of the body's just left past the tunnel.
Okay, fair
And
enough.
we've got a body bag, we're putting the bits, you know, in the body bag.
After a hard sprint, Mark's caught his man.
Right, you're under arrest for endangering safety on the railway. You do not have to say anything with me. I'm in defence. You do not mention when questioned. Something which you later on in court.
Get that camera on my face.
Anything you do say may be given as evidence.
Just sit up in the car.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a second. So we're going to have on you anything sharp, pointed that's going to hurt me or you? Anything like knives or needles, no? All right, okay. Go ahead. Blackwood.
You got caught Wednesday, you know. Do you know you got caught Wednesday?
Okay, come back to me on this mobile number, yeah? Cheers, bye. All right, you can disappear, mate. You can go.
What do you reckon will happen to him, Ryan?
You can go.
No, what do you reckon will happen
Doesn't
to
matter
him?
what's going to
None
happen
of
to
your
him, you're
business,
leaving.
mate.
All right? Otherwise, you'll be doing the same way. Thank you.
I ain't going to say back in
All
the
right, see ya. See you later.
What now?
Paul, have you got two hands that are the same?
Quite
I
possibly. Yeah. I'll swap your hand.
Are we picking up the little bits, or
Uh,
are we...
Well, only if they're big enough.
Let's take the blue one and then we can take the black one.
For rail cops like Claire and Paul, a one-under is the toughest job. Being hit by a train usually means instant and messy death.
So you always get an itchy eye when you're doing this, don't
Yes.
you? Yeah. When you ain't got a jacket.
Yeah.
Mind your
Bit
foot
of
in,
bone in
Paul.
there. I think it's going to be easy to walk in the centre of the track, isn't it?
I would have thought so, yeah.
No, because we're going to end up...
The bits all over your feet as well. What happens to us all in the end, I suppose.
Be normal. Oh, hang on.
In Britain, someone is killed on the railways nearly every day. Paul is a veteran of dealing with railway suicides. During 8 years of service, he's dealt with over 50 people who have been pushed or thrown themselves under a train.
Oh, I was going to say,
Mark's brought the young man who shoved him off the platform to the police station.
I've just PNC'd him for you.
Yeah.
Warning signs for assault police. Violence against police.
Oh, there you are. All right, Gareth, do you want to talk to them, mate?
He was later found guilty of endangering Mark's life on the railways with intent. Aged 17, he was sentenced to community service and made to pay Mark £75 in compensation.
Weekdays for a second.
I hope no one's behind me.
Yeah. Don't fall off the edge, Claire.
I'm trying not to.
Pick up the Right, Claire, walk that side because there's a great big lump here.
At the scene of the one-under, the impact of the train has left a bloody trail.
Is that it?
Yeah, yeah, the little bits are going to be covered up with sand in a minute by the ground track.
So we can seal up the back.
Yeah, the track can go down.
Then we've got a clean hand to zip that up.
Move out the way then.
Paul and Claire have had to develop a dark sense of humour to cope with the distress of removing the bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Just don't scratch your nose. It's okay. I can't walk back. Is that back?
That burger bar smells really nice. I'm sorry, I haven't eaten yet. Right, Claire, watch out, because the scoop's behind you.
Yeah, sure, that's a good idea.
Yep.
Can I have my foot back?
Yeah.
Claire's husband is a train driver, so clearing up rail suicides always affects her personally.
I think it's selfish, the way they do it. At the end of the day, you've got people trying to travel home, being disrupted. You've got the train driver who's obviously had to witness seeing him and okay, there's nothing a train driver can do. Can't swerve, he can brake, but it's not going to be quick enough. the end of the day, it's part of the job. You have to deal with it. It was 4.5 years before my first one, and I was getting more and more nervous before I actually got around to having a fatality. But I was with Paul at the time, and I'm glad I was with Paul, because he's the sort of person, well, look, if you're phased by it or start feeling sick or whatever, just walk away. So I won't follow you and sort of like be sort of, oh, are you okay, sort of thing. But at the end of the day, I knew that I wanted to be with somebody who I knew really well, in case I was ill. At the end of the day, you don't know how you're going to react. There may be a time when we do go to one, and yes, it does change the way I think about it. And I do react slightly differently. But obviously this is an adult who has made the decision to do it himself. And at the end of the day, he's achieved what he was set out to do this evening. We're just there to pick the bits up.
Open.
Bucket loads in this.
Bloody trousers are falling down. There is a burger bar there. It smelled really nice. But there is a certain smell which is associated with fatalities. Obviously, because technically somebody gets hit by a train, the body basically explodes into different pieces, and obviously you get the smell of inside. Certain things like walking past the meat counter at Tesco's reminds you of dealing with a fatality, because it's more or less the same smell. But that's the first thing that normally hits you, isn't it?
Chinese ribs in Tesco's look very much like bits of leg and arms and stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because they've got that sauce all over them as well. That's very red.
It's just little things that
trigger your memory off, maybe.
Every time you deal with an incident which is quite horrific, you'll always have something that will trigger it off eventually. That's like dealing with train crashes. Somebody will mention something, all of a sudden it will trigger it off, and then you go back to the incident. You never forget things like this.
A mobile phone not being answered always reminds me of Ladbroke Grove.
Yeah.
Because mobile phones were going off for hours and hours on end, weren't they?
Yeah. It's very strange.
Yes, but there you go.
Right.
Apparently there's a train coming in for a tunnel now a couple of minutes away. The French riot police over there have hit it quite hard apparently, so we'll just have to wait and see when it comes in.
Bob is coming to the end of his shift. At the International Freight Depot in Kent, he meets trains arriving from Europe via the Channel Tunnel. It's down to him to pick up illegal immigrants.
As you can see, this is a metal-sided container. If they're going to be anywhere, they're going to be on the buffers. That's the bits in between the actual containers. So what we're looking for now, as each carriage or each freight wagon goes past, we check the buffers and see if they're in there. The other way they come in is they hang on to the iron bars underneath the main container. You've got to be pretty desperate to hang on. You look down the side, if they are hanging underneath, they'll wait till the train has stopped, and then you'll see them pop out underneath the carriages and either give themselves up to the staff on the side here, or they'll make a run for it. So this is a point we've just got to be quite vigilant.
Was it October last year? I had 4 in a month. 4 in a month, so that was one a week. Got a bit much towards the end, that, didn't it?
It's an instant thing, so perhaps that's what makes trains the ideal opportunity to, because they can't swerve, because there can't be a way out, it will be a definite end. I mean, I don't know.
Guaranteed success, really, isn't it?
Well,
in theory.
Yeah.
For Claire and Paul, there's only one thing worse than dealing with a rail suicide.
Train crash.
Definitely train crashes. It's the people that die, because they didn't get on that train to die. They got on the train expecting to get off at the other end, and due to a cock-up somewhere on the railway system, they've lost their lives. And there's nothing worse, is there, really?
Ladbroke Grove was all right. I mean, that was my first one. But then the next time my mum came down to visit and I put her on the train going home, I was so cautious of where I sat her on the train, because she does that route. And I was like, no, you can't sit there, you've got to sit back here. And she's like, well, why? But you don't want to sort of highlight, well, if this train crashes, you might die if you sit there. You're just like...
The thing is, the scary comparison with all the last train crashes has always been first class.
Is it? Well, no, the Potter's Bar was the back of the train.
First class at the back.
So... Oh.
First class at Hatfield. And first class at
Ladbroke Grove, it was first class, wasn't it?
Last year, the rail cops picked up some 2,000 illegal immigrants. Between them, they spoke 64 different languages. Bob can only speak English.
Hello, mate. Come out. Speak English. Right, come this way.
It makes doing the required paperwork rather difficult.
Where do you come from? What nationality? Are you Iraqi? What nationality? Iraq. Iraq. What's your name? Your name? Iraq. Yeah. Yeah, mate. Okay, it's about Nigeria. Can you write? Can you write?
Bob relies on his own form of sign language.
You're Iraqi national, yeah? Yeah. When was you born? How old are you? How old? Thank you. 5, 10. Yeah. You're 3 years old? You're big for a 3-year-old, aren't you? 5, 10, 15, 20, 3. You're right. 1983. Okay. So 83, that makes you
19.
19. So that's your name? Sabab?
Sabah.
How do you spell that? Your name Sabab?
Sabah.
Your first name or?
Ali.
Ali. That's a good one. That's a good name, Ali. Ali. From here, we take you to Dover, yeah? And immigration. Do you understand immigration? From in Dover? No, I don't understand what I'm saying, so it's pointless me explaining to you. Okay, you wait here, yeah? Yeah, wait here. 10 minutes. Yeah. The Iraqi back there, it was very difficult to communicate with him. International language, isn't it? Using your fingers and making gestures. I did actually try to do the old sign language, and I got kicked off the sign language course because I've lost a finger. They said I'd talk with a lisp, so I couldn't complete the course and kicked me off. They want to get into this country for the simple reason we've got the softest immigration laws in Europe, and we've got the softest benefits system in Europe, and that's the only reason they're coming over here. That's my understanding. You know, they're coming over here for it's the land of milk and honey, if you like. You know, they've made it when they get here.